I would like to hear a little bit about your business.
Okay, well, I actually have two, but the one that I used Mark for that's been amazing is the book that I just had published in September. It's called Ben Behind His Voices, and I wanted to create a website for that book, which in itself is a business, which and I needed lots of links and lots of areas where I could blog and have a press room and talk about events and eventually post video of my speaking engagements and marketing through everything. So that website is entirely created because I took the WordPress Academy course.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, first of all, completing a book and getting a book ready to market is a major accomplishment. So congratulations. And it sounds like your website is pretty complicated. It has a lot of features on it.
It does, and I keep working at it, and there are a few things that I'm not sure how to do, but Mark's always been great at answering a question here and there, and I know there's other support available if I need it. So
that's terrific. Going into this, did you consider yourself computer savvy? Did you feel like, oh yeah, this is going to be a piece of cake?
No.
Good, because I'm sure that a lot of people watching this video are thinking to themselves, oh, she knew what to do before she got there. I don't know computers, and this course isn't going to be able to help me. So.
No, absolutely not. I mean, what I am is a willing learner. Mm-hmm. So, but just learning straight from a book is really tough. I need somebody. In fact, when I wrote the book, I had the same process. I could not have sat down and just go, well, I'll just start and see what happens. I needed guidance. I needed structure. I needed someone to say, do this first. And when you're done with that, get back to me and we'll figure out the next thing to do. And if you have any trouble, I'm here for you. And that's exactly the process of creating my website with Mark. I knew I had done WordPress.com and those places where they do stuff for you. So I was web savvy in that way where you're restricted by what they won't allow you to do. Mm-hmm. And so when I wanted to take my WordPress.com website and recreate it as a WordPress.org that I could host and I could have freedom over, I honestly didn't know where to begin. And I started searching online, and there were articles to read, but I would just get lost and give up. So when I heard about WordPress Academy and I went there and I saw Mark's sort of opening that 3-minute quickie, look, you can get a website up in 3 minutes. And I went, wow, he's right, but I think I need to know more. And the class was so great for me because it gave me that structure and gave me deadlines. And there really was step-by-step things available. And if it went too quickly for me, I could go back and re-access the class and then pause it and do the thing and go back. And if I had a question, Mark was so quick to answer it for me. And I needed to have an actual real person to report to and to contact and to applaud when I did well and made my own, my own header. And it was like, woohoo.
Uh-huh. So the difference for you was really having someone there with you, guiding you, giving you the structure, and giving you feedback. Sounds like was important too.
Yeah, absolutely. The feedback was important. And for me, the structure of this is class 1, and this is what we're going to learn on class 1. And get that done, and by next Monday or whatever day the class was, we'll go on to class 2, but then the practice sessions were there in case I wasn't sure of something, and those were really valuable as well, because sometimes there were a few of us on, sometimes there were lots of us on, and I learned. In fact, there was one class where there were very few of us on, and I said, here's my password, help me. And we can't all become experts in 1 week. So I knew enough to know when I needed help. And Mark was able to guide me through a process and just fix what I couldn't fix. So yeah, that in-person actual human being support, very, very valuable.
Great, thank you. And I love how you described what goes on in the practice sessions, because I think that's an additional piece that you get at WordPress Academy. It's like you get to listen to this lesson and then you get to come back with a moderated practice session from wherever you live, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you describe, were there any challenges that you hit through the class and how you dealt with them?
Well, there really still are as I'm, learning more and more. I think the biggest challenge for me was going to a WordPress.org dashboard and going, what are all these things? Honestly, I didn't know what a widget was. I didn't know what a plugin was. And I would see these terms when I would Google stuff. And that's when I would give up and go, oh, forget it. I don't know what a widget is. So I better hire somebody to do it. And, and I still would for certain things. I still would hire an expert. And, but I was able to learn enough about the website to get it up and running. So yes, the challenge was really having unfamiliar terms, and Mark explained them and showed us. It wasn't just reading an article. Okay, some people can learn that way, but I need to be shown. It was almost like he was looking over my shoulder and teaching me. So it really was like being in a class. And, also the little chat rooms, and I saw that other people were confused, so I didn't feel so bad. And so, yes, the challenges of just getting to the dashboard and figuring out how to put the applications into the website, how to get stats, and being shown how to do it really helped me.
Great, thank you. And while we're talking, they're actually showing your website, so people watching this video are seeing your website. And so tell me again about all the features you were able to add in and make use of for your business.
Okay, well, I decided not to use my blog as my homepage. I wanted to have a blog as one of the other pages. So that was one of the things that I had to be talked through, because it took a few times, but I wanted my homepage to be somewhat static. Not sure about that anymore, but I know I can always change it back. I needed to have a page that would just basically be a landing page for the book and tell people what the book was about, with sidebars that would give them links to my publisher, to my literary agent, to my other blog that I do on healthyplace.com, links to Amazon, links to just everything as my publicist when I had one. So I needed to have links available and easily seen. But as the author of a book who also speaks frequently about the book and who's living with a situation that changes all the time, I definitely needed a place that people could go straight from the homepage and easily see where my blog was. I needed a page for reviews as they came in so that I could add to that. I needed an author page about the author. I needed a page that was a contact form, because people would contact me to come and speak at their events. So I needed to download a plugin to make a form that would they could email me, and I needed to create a new website. And I needed to understand that. And then I needed the blog page with different widgets on the side that go with the blog, because you need to see recently completed posts and most popular posts and how to follow. I needed a press room page where people could link to radio and television interviews and print interviews as well. And then, just that contact form and basic information. So already I had like 7 pages that I had to have on this website, including the homepage, and step by step it got done.
Great. Wow. Thank you. Have you gotten any feedback from other people about your site? People that your friends and family or customers?
Yeah. I have heard from customers, because there's a lot of places they can go. Obviously, they can go to Amazon. They can go to my author page on Amazon. They can go to my website for my other business, which is, I'm a voiceover talent / actress / author / speaker. So these all really connect, actually, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I needed that website specifically for the books. So people who have read the book have gone to the website, and they have called it very informative, very easy to navigate, lots of information there, and that the links were easy to find. And no one has said to me, "Gee, you must have done this yourself." So it doesn't look homemade. And it doesn't look like every other website out there. I think one of the most valuable things that I knew nothing about was themes. That there are a lot of different themes that you can download, and that you can take a theme that many other people may be using, but you can create your own header, and you can change your fonts, and you can make it look like your own. So even though I may have the same basic theme as other people in the class I took, my website looks completely different, because I was able to go into, I forgot what it's called, setup or whatever, someplace on the dashboard, where I could change the design elements. And there's still a lot to learn about that. But it was enough. What I needed, I got, which was enough to have the basics to learn how to change it. And if I forgot something, I could go back and review the class or send Mark an email. And he always got back to me so promptly. I felt like I had a personal professor.
Wow, well, thank you. That's wonderful. And now you are your own web mistress, right?
Yes, I am. I wish I wasn't.
Oh,
I want to be rich enough to hire Mark to do the whole thing for me.
okay, well.